All right, I think we are live. Sorry, I had a little bit of a tech glitch there. Okay, so let me just get this ready for you. I've got Riley here to share what's going on as well. So this is the third week where I'm going to show you how I'm actually rebuilding my channel to focus on evergreen YouTube marketing. I'm going to share what happened over the last week, what went well, what has not gone so well, and what my goals are for next week. This week is actually part work and part staycation. So I don't have as much time to focus on my business this week, which is one of the really cool things about the changes I've been making. It's actually working in the background for me. And okay, so I'm going to share a couple of things. I posted a new video. I posted a ton more shorts. I'm going to show you some stats in the background so you can see I've been working on my own app for my students so that they can do their own evergreen YouTube marketing so much faster. I'm going to give you a sneak peek into that as well. Let me just make sure everything is up and running so I can show you everything. Paul, if you could just let me know, can you hear me okay? Can you see me okay? Thanks for being on. Love having you on. You're one of my favorite students. I didn't say that, did I? I did, because you are. I'm so proud of you. All right. Honestly, of course, all of my students are my favorites. But Paul, you got a sweet spot. All right, so here we go. And I had a couple extra notes for you as well. Sorry, I know things are going a little bit slower this morning. And there we go. Perfect. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to show you, let me share my screen, add to the stage. Perfect. And let me just switch the view so that you can see it better. Okay, perfect. So here's my back end of my YouTube studio, and I'm going to show you what's happened. Let me make this larger for you so you can see. This is super exciting. So have a look at this graph. These are the views, right, on my channel. And as you can see, on average, before I started doing the shorts, I was getting roughly between 700, 800, occasionally 1,000 views, right? I started doing this January 28th. That's when I started doing this live series and adding shorts and uploading every week with the live and with a new video, and it has definitely helped my channel. I've lost a lot of subscribers, but that's okay because they were subscribers for cake decorating, for Barbie, for D&D. They weren't my target audience, and that is good. So even though my subscribers have gone up, it's comparatively hard to really understand what it was because I also lost a ton of subscribers. I'll show you that tab in a minute. Oh, thank you, Paul. I appreciate, yeah, you can see. Okay, perfect. So on the 28th here, roughly before that, it was like a 800, 700, occasionally 1,000. And then from this date onwards, look what happened. It jumped up 1,000, 1,400, 1,000 across, up to 2,000, 2,500, 21. It's dropped back down to about 1,200, but still above where I was. And this is really exciting for me because I literally have not been putting a ton of effort into it the past week because I literally, well, first of all, I was having trouble with my lungs, so I didn't have the energy. But also because we're taking some time off, I wanted to spend some time with my family, right? So, and we may have had an occasion in the bathroom or in the kitchen as well and had to replace the tap. So it's been interesting. But that's the beautiful thing about evergreen YouTube marketing. When you set this up, it works in the background for you so you can just live life. And that's why I'm so passionate about this. Okay, so these are the views. Now I'm going to show you all the stats so you can get a big picture. So the watch time hours, it says it went up 1.3 thousand. I was going to say kilometers. My brain's clearly not braining, but you can see across the board here, it's kind of equal because of course it's shifted. It shifted. More people are watching the videos about online business, YouTube marketing. Less people are watching videos about cake decorating, Barbies, D&D, cleaning sticky frog toys, right? So it's kind of evening itself out because the viewers are just shifting to my niche from the old mishmash patchwork quilt of niches that my channel was. So I'm okay with that. And overall, it is still telling me that it has gone up. Subscribers, 121 more than usual. But again, you can see how it goes up, down, up, down, up, down, across. And that's because as I'm changing the niche, it's cleaning out the people who are no longer interested in my content. And that is okay because we're using this to filter in our perfect lead, right? So that we can warm them up into our dream clients, right? The ones that we see progress, like Paul, right? Where I see him actually doing the work and getting things going, and not dealing with people who just drain your energy, take your time away from your other clients because they just need so much attention, so much pulling. You want to attract people who want to use your product or your affiliate service or your tools and then take action themselves. So you want to attract those perfect people. So having my subscribers go up and down is totally okay with me, because it's going up in the areas where I want it to go up, and it's going down in the areas where I'm no longer focusing. I love those people. I'm so grateful to them that they subscribed over the years. I just know that I can't serve them anymore. And so I'm okay for them to go find somebody who can serve them, right? And then the revenue, you can see that it's kind of stayed across the board as well, because of course, the other niches were still earning some money, and the newer niches are earning some money. So it just, when you lose some here and you add some there, it just kind of kept it across. So the views was the one that really showed what specifically happened to the channel, and the other ones make sense to me. Okay, so that was that part of it. I wanted to show you the channel itself. So as I showed you last week, I updated the channel layout, and it's working really well. It's helping people understand what my channel is about. And I'm loving doing these series because you get to actually see, the mind behind setting up your channel intentionally for YouTube marketing, not just to become YouTube famous, right? I want to detract the people who are not right for me. I want the algorithm to understand who is right for my channel. Who can I serve the best? Those are the people I want on my channel, because I know I can help them, right? And that's what you want too. You don't want a whole bunch of people like that. How to bake a cake video, it attracted so many people who only wanted to know how to bake a cake. They were not interested in any other service, any other thing that I could help them with going forward. They just needed a recipe, right? And I didn't set that up intentionally back then. I just happened to do a couple of things accidentally correctly for the algorithm to find people who wanted to know how to bake a cake, right? It's been over 15 years and I'm still in the top search ranking for that because of how I set it up. And it gave me a chance to, actually figure out what works and what doesn't work. So my layout now, you can see I've added a couple more videos here to the Start Here section. I uploaded this week a session that I did in the summer on an AI Kickstart Summit for my friend and my student, Craig, and his colleague, Tony. And I don't have a ton of views on there yet because I didn't have a lot of time this week. I decided to use this as a test video. I did all of the SEO on the back end. So it is trickling, it is slowly working, and it will get there, like my How to Bake a Cake video did. But I didn't do all the promotions that I normally do when I post a video. There are a couple of things you need to do to really kickstart the algorithm. But I thought, you know what? This way I can show what happens when you intentionally do it and when you don't have time to do it. And when you don't have time to do it, it's okay. I'm also going to actually promote this video next week or the week after. I have to figure out my timing so that we can see the difference between doing it within 24 hours, which is what I recommend, right? When it's fresh, and doing it later. And as you know from my How to Bake a Cake video, if we go to the analytics here and I go to, let me just see here, the lifetime. So you can see the difference here. This traction over here was very consistent, but it took a couple of years for it to kick in before, well, this was before they really had an algorithm in place. And once they did, it kicked in and then it kind of stayed consistent. And it wasn't until after the fact that I started testing the SEO, changing the titles, changing the description, changing the tags, that it actually made a difference. Like that's this up and down section here, right? And so it does work after the fact. It just doesn't work as quickly if you do it within the first 24 hours. So I'm going to use my own videos as an example for that. Same thing with these live series. I have not been doing the promotion side of it after I've uploaded the video or like after the lives. And I am going to also do the back promotions on those ones too in another couple of weeks so we can see how it's going. I really want to have you use me as a guinea pig to see what pieces actually are important, what pieces do we not have to think about, all that kind of stuff. And you can see here that my channel is rebuilding. You can see, so if I move my mouse out of the way, then you can see at the end of it, at the end of the chart here, how it's climbing up again. It's building traction again. And this time it's building it with people who are actually interested in online business, in passive income, but specifically with using YouTube for your evergreen marketing, right? And you know my story, you know, and if you don't know my story, you're new here, then watch the first series video in this series. And I share exactly how this came to be, why I had to switch and pivot my channel, and how specifically this is really exciting for you because you get to use me as your guinea pig. All right, so the next thing I want to show you, and then I'll talk about what I'm going to be working on this coming week. So this is something I've been working on. Let me just open it up in another page here. I'm using Replit to build it. And let me go to the dashboard. This is my CleverDough AI. Now, it's not launched yet. So if you go to look for it, you're going to see a page that doesn't look very good because it's not ready yet. But I'm building this for my students because as part of the Evergreen YouTube marketing strategy, there are certain things you need to do along the way. And I know that it can be overwhelming when you have to do all these things yourself, because that's what I used to have to do. And now with AI, when I specifically program the AI to know the business, to know the products we're promoting, to understand the strategies and the wording and the teachings from all the mentors I've had over the years, right? Like Jeff Walker and Frank Kern, Mike Phil Same, and so on. Now they can just use AI in a way, well, it will give you the information you need to build your videos, to write your video scripts, to promote your videos in your voice, using the strategies we know work, all within here. So I'm super excited. I'm going to be giving access to this to my students first. They're going to beta test it for us. You're going to help me figure out any bugs, any changes, any things we need to adjust so that it's going to be just beautiful for everyone else. And so I just thought I would show you, what it looks like. So there's a quick start that walks them through all the things they need to do for each video. You can see there are tons of steps here. And the nice thing is that it's not overwhelming anymore. And then there's our second part, right? You can set up your brand. You can work on projects. And the nice thing about the projects that I set up for my students as well is I set it up in like a Kanban board style so that as they work on one video and they finish it. So here, this one needs to work on the title and the thumbnail. Once that's done, move it over. Now it's going to work on the script, right? And you move it across so that you know every time where you're at. And then on the dashboard, it shows you here where you are in those. So right now, we're working on titles in this particular one. So you can access it easier. And of course, there's a learning hub, a community, all kinds of stuff. So I'm really excited to get my students to test this. Paul, I hope you're super excited to be one of my first students in here who gets to give this a go and make your own funnels and your follow-up videos so much faster. Anyway, I wanted to show you that because it's really exciting and it's part of the whole strategy for my channel. So things that I learned, shorts. Let's just go to content here. And I want to show you, let's see here. It might be a little slow because I asked for lifetime. That's all right. Okay. Oh, and Tony's here. I'm getting ads showing over your presentation from time to time. Oh, okay. Yeah, that gotta love lives, right? So I've got to figure that out. I'm still new to the live settings. So maybe there's something I can do on the back end that will turn those off. But thank you for letting me know about that. This is, here, let me just refresh and see if that helps. All right. Okay, content, and I wanted to show you what the shorts are doing themselves. So what I have noticed is obviously the shorts are getting more views. Like a couple of the shorts have like 900 views, 600, 400. Most of them have like 20 or 9, right? It's all over the place. But there's something really cool that is happening with shorts that I want you to use. So we're using shorts. We're not spending time on creating them. That is key. You want to focus on long form because that is how you warm up your leads into your perfect dream clients, right? We're using shorts like commercials, and we're linking them to the long form content. And the beautiful thing is tools like vidIQ, when I upload my video, it creates shorts for me in a matter of minutes. And it only takes me a couple of minutes to set them up. And I have a couple of shorts going out every single day for the week following when I upload a video. I'm also using them to draw attention back to older videos on my channel, right? To re-trigger the algorithm for the particular videos related to the niche that I want to focus on. And that is working really well for getting more viewers in. Even though only a very small handful of people actually go from the short to the long video, I've noticed that it doesn't seem to matter. It still helps the algorithm understand what is your authority, what is your specific niche for your channel, and it started to attract more viewers to my long form videos in those related niches, even if they didn't go see the shorts first. So that was super cool. And another thing that was really cool here is, so we've got shorts here. You can see how it's, jumped up over here. And let me see if I can find shorts feed. So here you can see a couple of the shorts. So there's 900 views on this one, 700. The ones that are really taking off, they give us clues into what kind of content we can do on our channel that will attract our perfect lead and warm them into our dream client. But you have to keep in mind the context, right? It has to make sense. So vidIQ grabbed pieces from my content and created shorts. Now, some of the pieces were related to Evergreen YouTube marketing, but some of the pieces were related to my Coma, because in those videos, I talk about my Coma because it's part of why I'm doing this, right? So it makes sense. But the shorts sound more like it's just about the Coma. So I have to be very careful when a short goes really well and it's about the Coma, that might not be a long form video that would make sense for my channel. Does that make sense? So for example here, this first one, hidden YouTube SEO trick to boost your channel. That would be a great topic for my channel. It makes sense. It's got YouTube SEO. It's got, so it's giving the context of how to build your channel. I would adjust it just ever so slightly so that it's specifically targeting people who are entrepreneurs, not people who want to be YouTube famous, right? Because otherwise I'm attracting the wrong person. So I want to make sure I would have a video that maybe says hidden YouTube SEO trick to boost your channel for entrepreneurs, right? Just by putting on that little key tag on the end, it lets them know, oh, I'm not an entrepreneur. I just want to be YouTube famous, but I might still learn some SEO tricks. So I might still go and take a look, and that's okay. But the ones who are like, yes, I'm an entrepreneur and I want to use it intentionally, I need to go see this and figure out what's happening, right? I might even add in like hidden YouTube SEO trick to rank your videos for entrepreneurs or something like that, right? Where we're really focusing on how is it going to help them build their business. So it's not about doing well on YouTube. It's about getting your message, your mission, your business out to the world using YouTube as a tool, right? This next one, why I just needed to sleep, not fight for my life. Sure, it's got a ton of views, but is it the right person? Now, it comes from a video where the context makes sense, right? But it would not attract my perfect person. It would attract probably somebody who's just worn out in general. And if I switched it and said, attention entrepreneurs, why I just needed to sleep, not fight for my life. Do you see how by just targeting that right audience, I could make it work, but I'd be better off to use the one that's more focused on the person actually searching for it rather than finding somebody who's exhausted. Does that make sense? I want to help them, obviously, but I really do want to attract people who they know they're exhausted, but they're finding a solution, right? The same one here, when doctors induced a coma to save my life, that's probably going to attract somebody who's just curious about comas, right? But this one, content blogging be like that's a really old one I had that had a lot of views on there too, but it does talk to the right person. It talks about content blogging. It talks about ChatGPT and AI, right? And then this one, my unexpected reply before a medically induced coma, again, not for the right audience. So I can take a look at all of these shorts. I'll just open them up here. Does not normally happen with StreamYard. Oh, okay, that's fair. Yeah, thanks, Tony. All right, so down here, oh, sorry, it's just taking a minute to react. There we go. I can take a look at the views. Oh, it's got it in order for me here. And then I could choose the ones that would attract my perfect audience. And that just gives me insight into potential videos. So that's why I wanted to show you for that. And so the next thing is I found that this Evergreen proof, one more thing that I added to my channel are my student case studies and wins. And also a video from Mike Filsame where he actually talks about my Evergreen YouTube marketing system and how it actually was really eye-opening for him. He's admitted to me he's not an expert in using YouTube specifically to market as organic lead generation. And so he was really excited, and he actually was doing this presentation with his own students. And so he shared my strategy, which was really sweet of him. One of the reasons that I did my live stream today at 12 instead of 1 p.m. was because I want you to be able to go and see what Mike is up to at 1 p.m. So I'll just mention it now. I'll put it in the description after the live stream. If you go to CleverDough.com/ClickCampaigns, all right, he's going to do a demonstration showing this app. So you saw my app. He's created an app that uses AI agents to build your entire campaign in a matter of minutes instead of spending thousands of dollars hiring funnel builders and website builders. It's absolutely insane. And I know it's going to save you so much time. And I'm actually doing a review video for it after this series. I will hopefully upload it this afternoon, and if not, by tomorrow, so you can learn exactly how it works. And I decided to do that because it makes sense for Evergreen YouTube marketing. It makes sense to use AI to get things done faster, but to train the AI around your business, your voice, your strategies, and the strategies of the successful people out there who know what they're doing, right? So anyway, I'll put a link to that. But again, if you just head over to CleverDough.com/ClickCampaigns, that is my affiliate link. It doesn't cost you anything, but it does let Mike know that I'm directing traffic over, and I like him to know when I'm supporting him because he's been so supportive to me over the years. So that was something I added here. And here's Paul. I'm so proud of you, Paul. And I've got Tony on here as well. There's Tony. I love you guys. All right. And for the rest, the channel is the same as what I showed you last week. So what are my goals for this coming week? So the shorts strategy is helping. And the only reason I'm using it is because it does not take me long to set it up. If it took me too long, I just don't have the energy for that, right? With my lungs, I don't have the energy to focus on that. If you can only focus on one, always, always, always focus on the long form content. It attracts your perfect buyer and it warms them up to become your dream client, whether it's your own client or an affiliate product. That is really important to know. YouTube Shorts, unless you're doing them for pure, entertainment, which is not this channel, use them intentionally as mini commercials that direct to your long form content. And even like you notice on my channel, even if those people who watch the shorts do not go to that specific long form video, the fact that it's connected, the fact that it's the same niche concept, the same main key phrases, your channel is going to build authority for that niche. And that means YouTube is going to show your long form videos to more people like that. All right. So I have been finding so far, again, it's only 3 weeks now, but so far I've been finding that it is definitely helping my channel pivot and attract the right leads. I've been getting more people signing up to my list. I've been making more affiliate commissions. People are signing on my list to get into my Evergreen YouTube program, which I will launch probably in a month or so. So stay tuned for that. And after my students beta test my new app for me. And yeah, so it's been amazing. This coming week, again, we're having a staycation over the long weekend. It's, Friday the 13th, scary. But then tomorrow's Valentine's Day, and then Monday is Family Day here in Canada. I don't know if you celebrate that wherever you are, but either way, happy Family Day, regardless. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Friday the 13th. I got married on a Friday the 13th, so I kind of like it. It was not scary at all. And next week, I'm going to do another live series on Friday at 1 p.m. again. unless I need to change it for some reason, but I'll let you know. I'm also going to post the second video in this series because it was 2 sessions on AI content creation, specifically using Evergreen YouTube marketing. So definitely go and watch this if you seriously want to set up a system that will attract your perfect lead, warm them up into your dream clients on autopilot. And this literally works for years. Like that's my story. That's what I learned over the years. When you set this up, this works for you for years organically. It doesn't cost you anything. All right. So I'm going to post the second video for that on Monday. I am also not going to do the back-end promotion. I want to test another one. I will do the back-end promotion for both in a few weeks. And my other strategy is I want to send up some shorts for one more of my older videos. It's the 3rd video in my 10-part YouTube SEO full course training. So if you are interested in that, then after this video ends, you can watch the next video over here and it'll take you there. All right, so big hugs. I can't wait to share what's happening next week. This has been such an amazing journey so far, and I'm going to be doing this all year. So you can really see what's working, what's not, and use what's going to work, and then avoid the things that don't work. Okay, perfect. Thank you guys so much for chatting, for being here, and I will see you very soon. Actually, you know what? Head over here, even though I know it's not there until the live processes. Go into the description and you'll find the next video to watch. Okay, thanks so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Talk to you later. Bye.